even exhale?
What do you mean?
When you smoke, do you exhale it?
I don't understand the question, mate.
So as you may know, there have been a lot of methods to get the Omnizine out of the cigarettes, the Interdyne cigarette package, which is the Omnizine cigarettes. These cost 1 telecrystal for syndicate agents and nuclear operatives alike. So inside of this, there are 10 Omnizine cigarettes. Each cigarette contains 30 units of Omnizine and 10 units of nicotine. Normally, you would have to ingest this pretty slowly, but knowing the crackhead nature of this game, there are methods still to actually ingest all of this Omnizine practically at once without using something like a Chem Master, because you can't do that anymore. You can't even recycle them. If you recycle them, nothing happens. Fear not. There is still a method to ingest all of your cigarette juice immediately. If you're on the Nuki planet, you're going to need 2 syringes, and you can always get extra syringes from like the radiation kit, or better yet, take it from the poison kit. You could take the syringes, you could keep the reagents. All you need to do is empty out these syringes in like a beaker or something. You put in a Chem Master. So we're going to fill 1 beaker with 7 units of potassium and phosphorus, and then you could use the same beaker, get another beaker, and then in the next beaker, we're just going to fill it completely up with sugar. So you use very few reagents from this, and then just take all of the juice out of it. So you have 14 units in 1 syringe, and then it doesn't really matter. You can have 15 units in the other syringe. And it does not also matter if you remember which syringe is which, because I'll be showing exactly what to do. Then you go over to your Omnizine cigarette, your Interdyne cigarette. You will light it. So this will start burning the reagents inside. I'll just show the debug menu very quickly to understand this. You take 1 syringe, you inject it, and then you take the other syringe and inject that one. And that will make smoke on top of it, instantly letting all of the reagents out of the cigarette, aka you just made an Omnizine nicotine smoke bomb. And due to that, nicotine is actually harmless, and Omnizine is one of the best healing reagents in the game. You might be thinking, well, that's not that effective. Let me show you on a fresh cigarette. Inject 1 syringe, inject the other. And you see how I'm ingesting nothing else, just pure Omnizine, because the nicotine doesn't actually seem to ingest when you do this. You not only leave part of your bloodstream open, because you could process 2 things at once as most species. Some other species could process more, but either way, general rule of thumb, you process 2. I have 20 units of Omnizine, which is a lot of healing. That is almost the entire cigarette ingested instantaneously. Some of it's lost through the smoke, but not a whole lot of it. And you get 10 of these for 1 telecrystal using very common reagents that are not a big deal to take some of. But in usual fashion, you can make this utterly broken. So just to demonstrate, if you want to abuse this really hard, light a full line of cigarettes in your smoke pack, take 1 syringe and inject each one like this, and then take your other syringe and just be ready to inject it on yourself. So you inject 1, you'll start ingesting all of the Omnizine. You might process a little bit extra because of improper balancing. That's fine, that's not a big deal. As soon as the smoke fades, inject the second one. And if you're getting the picture here, we are spending 1 TC to fill our bloodstream with Omnizine. You can do this in a dark maintenance area as a syndicate agent. You could do this before arming the nuke, waiting for the crew to come. You can do this before getting off the ship if you plan on docking. Either way, this has tons of application throughout the game. And I've only gone through 4 cigarettes, and with just 5 cigarettes out of 10, you'll have over 100 Omnizine injected in your bloodstream, continuously ticking down, not including the amount that's already healed you while waiting for each one to go through. So you can have over 2, you can almost have your entire bloodstream out of Omnizine for 1 telecrystal. And if you're not understanding why this is so good, let me get something like a choppa. It doesn't really matter, actually. So let me examine myself. I do have armor on, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. If I hit myself with it, I've healed myself in the past. Look how fast you heal damage, especially when you're wearing armor. It's like I'm hitting myself as fast as I can with a 10 damage weapon, and I'm basically out healing it. You're not going to out heal the DPS of a gun, but you could increase the amount of bullets it takes for you to down you, even in that firefight when you've already preemptively healed. Omnizine is not perfect, though. It does not stop your bleeding, and it does not restore blood. However, since my bloodstream is only half Omnizine, I could still use something like Dexilin Plus. I could use Saline, I could use Iron, whatever the case may be. You can still heal yourself. You can use Puncturus. So you can heal piercing damage because you often get shot. You can use Dermaline to heal that better, except honestly, Omnizine does a pretty good job on its own like that. Due to the fact that Omnizine got buffed in quotations, even if you get hit with pure pierce, it heals a ton. Like, even just whacking myself with the spear, you can just watch the numbers drop in real time. And how much time has gone by and how much Omnizine do I still have in me? I still have 56 Omnizine. I would add 150 if I used the whole pack. You can defend the entire nukes segment with Omnizine in your blood if you pop just one TC of cigarettes in smoke form before you actually arm it, and you will have Omnizine the entire detonation period. This is very, very strong. Good luck.